Landscape designers may need to look at climate, they may need to go and do a site visit, they've got to look at the soil quality, they've got to look at existing landforms, and they've also got to research the history and background of the site. So let's have a look at what Jack Barlow, a Melbourne landscape designer who's worked on some really big projects here in Melbourne and overseas, let's have a look at what he has to say about his research process.
The last project is Flinders Street Station. It's a project that I worked on as a sole landscape architect with sometimes up to 30 architects. So the building of a train station is extremely public. Anyone has access to it. And it's also, being Flinders Street, it's in the heart of our city. So this is probably some of the images that you might have seen in the media. So from a landscape architecture point of view and coming from a strong urban design background, we again looked at the context. It sits right in the middle of the city. One side is the river, which is underutilised, and then to the north side is the strong, hardcore CBD grid. We pulled out existing old images of the old administration building, which we were all extremely fascinated by. The brief that we were given was to not only redesign the station, but also understand how the station connects into the adjacency. So how it connects into Swanston Street, how it connects to Flinders Street, how it connects to the river, how it connects to South Bank. So we drew out a series of important connections. Federation Square was obviously an important one, so it's like the front door access. And then across the river, back onto South Bank. And then we also drew quite an interesting connection to the Immigration Museum. As I said, when we were looking at the old images of the station, we were fascinated by the original competition entry. This one was a series of vaults. If you look at the old administration building, there's all these beautiful arcs that sit within it. So that's where our idea came from, is that using these vaults, we actually used them to identify each of the train track lines and the rail lines. So one line has one vault.